Cotton Alley.
Cotton Alley.
There's a bonus thing here.
It's a bonus stage. What looks different other than all the pink?
Looks like I'm controlling a bandage person.
Girl. It does kind of.
Alright, well, let's
Why
go
don't
in
you
there
go
and
to that
find
stage?
out. Alright.
Oh man.
Alright, this
Okay.
is... Oh! That's Ghosts and Goblins.
Oh! He stole Meat Boy.
Oh, hey!
Let's go get him.
We're gonna save Meat Boy.
Let's go get our boyfriend. I've only played 12 levels.
Is it because they're so hard?
No, I've only had time to play. I have it at my Xbox at home, as well as the Xbox here, which is in my office at where I work. So I haven't played all the levels here.
Is she controlled differently?
Nope, exactly the same. Listen to that music though.
It's fitting for her.
Now these are the hardest stages in the game. I'm not sure if Cotton Alley... Well, you're dead. I'm not sure if Cotton Alley has a Dark World, but I'm sure it does. Our video is going to be... Our bonus videos are going to be 20 minutes in Cotton Alley, 20 minutes in the first stage of the internet, and 20 minutes on a kid stage from I Want to Be the Guy.
Oh my goodness.
There we go.
Now we know.
Oh, almost. We'll
9.
take turns again. Yeah.
10.
Okay. Here it is. You ready to see how Diddy does this? I would
can't
laugh
wait.
so
Can't
hard
wait.
if I died right there.
Good. Yeah, you got this. Yeah. No problem.
Diddy!
Wait, so why couldn't she do this now?
This is a video game?
But what? But she was getting captured.
Because it's a video game.
No! It's not acceptable.
It's a video game. Dang!
How the heck do you do that?
It's hard. You have to time it perfectly.
2,
Dang!
3.
Okay, this is the time.
There you go.
Yeah! Yep! Yep! Okay. Look at this stage. Doesn't that look confusing?
Yes, it does. And deadly.
Oh, jump too early.
5.
Oh, this stage is so hard.
Oh wow. 6.
Oh.
7. I never did finish my gaming thing.
No, go ahead.
So I started playing Mega Man. Actually, my first favorite game ever I ever played was video game. Was the dual pack of Duck Hunt and Super Mario Bros.
It's a good one to start with.
Yeah. And I remember we bought 8, 9. We bought the NES at a flea market. And let me tell you something. I mean, most people don't remember it anymore than 10. But yeah, I had to blow into cartridges.
Which apparently does nothing.
I bought. It did for me.
Me too, but like people are like it shouldn't do anything.
Dude, it does though. I bought like vinegar just for that game, just for like, games. So apparently you can't actually. Darn it!
Vinegar cleans them?
It might just damage them, but when I used it, it worked. I mean, it worked.
Okay.
Anyway. Okay. All right. So, and then,
How you feeling about these levels?
not great so far.
Pretty sure this one will be 8 if you die.
Ugh.
Pretty sure you're on 9 right now. So this will be 10. Yeah.
Dang it!
Alright, finish your story.
All right. So 1, 2,
Gosh.
3. So I played that. One of my first games was one of my first games after Super Mario Bros. Always frustrated me that game. I hate that game so much. The Super Mario Bros.
Oh yeah?
Like I enjoyed it, but I got so frustrated as a kid.
It's a hard game.
It's so hard. I was not prepared. My little brain, little child brain, was not prepared for that. Because I tell you, I loathed that little boop doop boop doop boop 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 boom. I hated that so much.
Yeah, most people did.
Because it wasn't like I get it. I'm dead. Like, why do you gotta rub it in? That's the way I felt. You know. That should have been like this. What happens in this game? You just die and you start over again. Yeah. You're dead. Like, I get it. I've died here a lot already. You don't need to keep mentioning it every time. Anyway,
This level is ridiculous.
oh my goodness. Oh jeez.
Oh, I got it!
Nice.
Oh, man. Oh, this level. Oh, this level. I'm already dead.
So you had it. But aside from that, my main game was Mega Man for the NES.
That's why
And-
it's so weird to me that you're like, I don't like hard games. Mega Man is like one of the hardest games.
But
It's so hard. It's so hard.
what I did as a kid is like if the level was too hard, I just didn't do it.
So all the levels, you just didn't play Mega
No,
Man.
no. Everyone says that their favorite Mega Man is 2. Mine's 4.
Is that the easiest?
No, because it was the first time in the series where you could replay levels.
So did you just replay all the levels?
Yeah.
All the easy levels?
No,
Can't do
all the
that.
levels.
Okay.
And I would be like, okay, I'm gonna go through this level this time, but I'm only gonna use Drill Man's weapon. Let's see how I do. And like that. That's what I did. I would make up a system when I was a kid, because I don't know if you ever did that when you were a kid, or maybe when you were an adult. But did you have like a system? Maybe sometimes you make up almost like a game in itself, right? Where it's like, I'm only gonna do this time. You know, it's
of
a
course.
really thing, right?
Do you still do that? So I do that all the
I
time.
do it all the time. You know, where I go, I played through Chrono Cross all those times doing different things. I was like, I'm only gonna use, certain elements. I'm only gonna use certain characters, or certain types or whatever,
Oh,
Well,
here you go.
so
I do that all the time. You know, it gets serious when you become quiet and you don't respond to me. Because it's like, now
Yep.
you're super concentrating.
trying to concentrate. Oh! Imperial moves.
The left, or the right wall goes up, by the way. The left wall is pushing down. Not saying this is the one you have to do, I'm just saying
This is you're saying that.
that's how I do it. Hard world, man. Caught an alley.
Ugh. It's such a jaunty tune though. Ah!
Super, super nice choice.
Ah!
This is a tune that I can just like put on and just kind of work to.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's so happy that even if you get frustrated or something, you're like, ah, whatever. I'm pretty sure this is 8. Getting that key down every time, that's good. 9. 10.
Darn it! Alright. But yeah, I think, so like, what I don't know why, like, because it seems silly, I guess, and really you think about it, but when I was a kid, just the concept of stealing people's powers and using them like in Mega Man, I loved it. I fell in love with it. And so I was like, oh man, I really wish like every game could be like this. So I would play through Mega Man games so many times. Games that involved that where I could play the stages over and over again, I would love that. I didn't like Mega Man 1, 2, or 3 that much because you could only play the stage once. And to me, I was like, well, I want to see if I want to try the stage with the weapons, but I can't now because the stage is over. So I thought that was really dumb. Oh, jeez, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard. Oh, dang it! Oh, I thought I was gonna get on the first shot. I was gonna be really impressed with myself.
Well, yeah.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
So I guess ever since then, it's what started my love affair for, you know, stealing people, moves mechanics, or like using moves that enemies have, and something like that, and things being like having as many choices as possible. And I also started my love affair of guitar solos.
Yeah.
Because Mega Man has so many of them, and they're all awesome. And it gives me a good feeling, because it reminds me of all those times when I was a kid. And I had a friend. I had a similar experience where, like, you know, I was in the games, had a friend who had Mega Man X for the Super NES.
There's a guy down the street,
Yeah,
right?
my street, yeah. And he's the guy who like taught me some of the little tricks that I know.
Was he like
X.
the super cool guy to you? He was like the guru?
Yeah, he was like, oh man, you're so good at
Like
this game.
every time he talked about it, you're just like, oh, like, you're
Yeah,
a
like,
sensei,
show
please
me,
teach
yeah, show me what you know. You know? And so
Oh.
it's one of those things.
I was like that with my brother. Gosh.
My biggest thing was like when I learned that you could buy games. My mind just exploded.
Because you thought you could only previously rent them?
I thought you could only rent them. I thought that's just
Yeah.
the way it worked.
I had that realization. That's like Christmas morning. That
Yeah.
realization is like Christmas
Yeah.
morning.
And then, yeah, and then after that, after you came to that realization, you're like, what? I thought you just had to rent them. I thought that's just the way it worked. Is that you bought the console and you rented games, which you did. You know,
Yeah.
that's the way it worked. So when I realized that I could buy them, I was like, I can own these. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Nice.
Oh, this level. There's the fast shooting
Yep.
rocket.
Oh my goodness, seriously?
Dang.
Ugh. This is ridiculous. And so ever since then, you have the next stage in your video game life, which is
Trying everything?
trying to convince your parents to buy a game.
Yeah.
You know?
They're like, you just got a new one.
Your
You're
new one.
like, but
Yes, yeah,
look, it's on sale.
yeah. Or like, you know, that I don't know about you, but I was kind of shy about it. So it's like I would really like try to like see if I could like sneak a game, like not like steal it or anything like that. I mean like
No, but like put it in the cart when they weren't looking or something.
or like you know you go to the the electronics aisle in the Walmart or something and you'd be like, while we're here, can like I get a game quickly? You know, like it's not that big a deal. I don't think.
Yeah.
Even though it so was because we didn't have a lot of money here around.
Well, yeah, because when you're a kid, you don't think about that kind of stuff. But then you're an adult, you're like, man, my dad bought me like 8
I know.
games.
Yeah.
Do you realize how much money that is? That's like 10 games is $600. Like, oh man, there's so much money. I remember I would do this thing where,
Yeah.
how'd you? Why? Why did you do that like the first try? And then look at all my Vantage cards.
I don't know.
I would do this thing where I would be like, hey dad, can we go get a game today?
Shoot.
But I would word it to sound like I was gonna pay for it. I was the
Okay.
worst because I have a silver tongue when it comes to this kind of
That's
stuff.
dangerous.
So I don't.
I was
usually- What?
like concerned about that kind of thing to be like I wouldn't lie and stuff like that. You know?
No, I'd never lie.
Right.
I was just like, hey, do you mind if we go get a game today? And he was
Oh, the
like,
heck?
yeah, okay. And then I would go and I'd get the game and I would go to the clerk and he'd be like, all right, it's $60. And my dad's like, all right, get your money. And I was like, I thought you were paying. And he's like, and
Oh,
he would
wow.
just pay for it because he realized his mistake. He finally started wising up to it.
Uh-huh.
And then
Dang it.
it was at that point I had to start paying for my own games. That was around when I was like 15.
15.
15. Like
Oh,
it
when
was
did I actually
I used,
play my
I
own
used a
games?
whole bunch of different strategies
Ugh.
to get free games
Ugh.
from my dad
Ooh. Really?
and my mom, but it didn't really work on her.
Pink lava. The Bismol.
That's what I thought. This level's hard.
Goodness gracious me. Ugh.
All right, that's 8. That's definitely more than 8, but my last one was definitely more than 10. What was the first game you bought with your own money?
Oh man, I don't even remember that.
Okay, what was the first game you remember buying for yourself?
It was after Majora's Mask. I remember that for sure. It was like 15. Yeah, it was like 11. 12. Oh, maybe. Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
Maybe.
How old were you when that came out? When you bought
it was a re-release, so it was like I was like 13.
Okay. The first game I remember buying for myself was...
It was a proud day that day, man.
It's always a proud day. And then you go home and you have the money, and then it's not so
Yeah.
proud. Or you're not so prideful.
No, you mean, I think it's good because you actually get a feel for how much things cost.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I have like no money left.
The first game I remember buying for myself was Halo 3.
Oh, that's good.
And, like, I had bought the 360 for myself,
Dang.
but I had it was like, to get games along with my 360, I traded in all my Xbox original stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I had, okay, literally, when I traded in, I had to get a garbage bag. I had that many games.
Wow.
See, I didn't know I was going to become a Let's Player. I wish I kept them. But
Yeah,
I had,
that'd been great.
I had 129 games.
Wow, I don't think I have that many.
And a lot of them were crap. Because back in the day, it started when I was like, I wasn't like into the industry, so I didn't look up reviews. I was like, oh, this box art looks cool.
Yeah. Well, that's what you went by though. Like, no, seriously. I mean, back then, the internet wasn't around. You didn't like look up reviews on 1,000 different websites to figure out what a game was. You just look.
Yeah, but
this game.
There was that
This
stuff
game,
though.
yeah, but like mostly you were like, oh, you really like looked at Nintendo Power or PlayStation Magazine or whatever it was, and you're like,
Man, official Xbox magazine.
yeah, or you were like, hey, this game is another game in the series. I like the first one. I'll play this one.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's so important for series to be consistent.
Yeah, I do like when they change stuff up though, because you get series fatigue.
Yeah, but it's also important to remember that, like, why your games were good in the first place. Holy cow, this level's hard. All right, because to me, like, the reasons why I like your game is the reason why I want to buy your next game. If it's the same one in the series. Like, if it's a different game, like part of a different series, part of a different spin-off, then fine, be different. But the reason why I like the first game is the same reason I want to buy the second one. Like, when I buy a Kirby game, let's say, right? I want him to be able to eat people,
Or things, yeah.
eat creatures, and have the little power thingies, power-ups. That's cool, and I like that. But when they make a Kirby game that doesn't have that, I'm like Epic Yarn. I'm like, good game, but not a good Kirby game. You see?
Yeah.
So it's like, ooh, that's wow. Oh man, how is this possible?
I've done it before. I just don't remember how. You know what? Are you done with your topic?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, it's time to call it anyway.
Wait, how do you do this level? It's impossible.
It's pretty hard. I don't know, man.
But you guys will have to figure it out.
Yeah, we'll leave it at this. That was Cotton Alley. We'll be back with, want to save Kid for last?
Yeah, let's see.
We'll be back with Internets. See you guys next time.